Morning and welcome all to my crotch. And this sunny October morning, I'm going to be showing you this little fella. Can we see it in the light? This is a Carbide file guide. Now, until recently, I've been using two pieces of hardened steel with holes that I drilled in, and it's fine. It works. It's a bit clunky, but I thought it was time to get myself a proper Carbide file guide, and this is on the bottom end of the price spectrum, so I thought it was worth giving everyone a good look. Shazam magic, doing it one-handed. Pretty sure that you guys are going to be interested in having a look at this, because we all love a bargain, right? So let's let me grab my coffee. We're having a yellow day today. Yellow deck, yellow cushions, yellow throws, yellow cup. This is Marshall varietal bean, which was discovered by the dude growing it in South America. You guys can check out Marciano. I'm not going to butcher the last name, but this stuff is available on donefawn.co.uk. You can check that out. It's a gorgeous single origin with notes of honeysuckle and lime. Anything with a lime citrus aftertaste. Wow, it's my new love language. Anyway, let's have a closer look, shall we? So this comes packed in really, really tightly fitting foam. I'm going to say maybe too tightly fitting. God damn, that's good coffee. Right, so we've got a little finger thing to get it out with. It doesn't fucking work, because this is really well cut foam. It's so snug. Right, I'm going to put this down. Right. For a guy who can deadlift twice his body weight, I needed some extra strength to get that out. That was tough, but this is really, really, really tightly fitting, really well cut foam. It's really dense foam. Isn't that okay little tin? I was surprised that it came. Stop moving that around. I'm surprised that it came in this. I was almost expecting it just to come in a baggie wrapped in the kind of wax you'd expect to get on tooling to inhibit corrosion. So we've got two Allen keys, two extra long hex nuts, and two small hex nuts in here. And what we've got is two steel plates, which have got V grooves cut into them. So this is Derraco. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tungsten Carbide file guide. And on the other side, it has a V block. So this is like a V clamp, like I would use in a CNC machine. But look at the marriage. The marriage, is that the right term? I don't know. You'd think I've been engineering for 20 years of my life. Look at how flush that is. There we go. Terminology is in there somewhere. So we've got these cool little V plates, tungsten carbide. These are replaceable. You can purchase these separately from Derraco as well. And what I like about this, and I think this is a feature of some of the top end ones as well, is we've got these bolt holes. Now let me loosen these off so you can see. Okay, what we have is a threaded hole in the back plate, and then a clearance hole in the front plate. And for the bolt to pass through with the threads, the clearance hole has to have a bit of play in it, which means that these two plates could misalign, which would suck for a file guide, because we want these to be super, 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 super flush with each other. But what I like about these is that we've got these rails, and these rails are a really snug fit, and they are what keep the tungsten carbide plates flush. Nice. Now these are real small ones. I'm going to be using these most of the time because the width of the blades I make no thicker than 5mm, like normally like 1/8 of an inch. So that's where the small Allen key goes. Probably won't be using that, because that is literally just in to clamp the plates in place. This is Gen 2, so they must have learnt some lessons from Gen 1. I wonder what Gen 1 looked like. I have no idea. And then, yeah, the big Allen key for these, so you can get them nicely clamped in. Got some super hecking long bolts if you want to go full length. Let's see how wide this opens. It opens real wide. I'm not going to measure it. I'm not going to get my vernier out. You could clamp your fist in that. I don't know what you're making if you're using that, but you ain't making a knife. maybe some like super snazzy geometric handle pieces, maybe. But yeah, that's real wide. I don't know why I've seen myself up by putting those bolts in, because now I've just got to put the smaller bolts back in, because I'm going to be using this over the next few days. I'm going to make a couple of knives. I'm going to throw together a stock removal Santoku, because I've had this lying around for a while, and I'm also going to forge 2 blades today as well. All hidden tangs, all going to be utilizing this at various stages. So I'm going to be using this with a file, I'm going to be using this with a grinder, and yeah, I guess towards the end of this video you're going to see some things that I've made with it, and my opinions and my findings. Stay tuned. Okay, first impressions are good. I've just been going at this tang with a needle file to establish these radiuses, which are going to help me fit up to the bolster. Also managed to fairly easily take off 1/4 mil either side, just to give some shoulders where it fits up. And then I've taken this to my belt sander grinder and just thinned off 1/4 mil off either side. So this was 1/8, which is 3.2 mil stock. That's now 2.8 mil stock, because it's had 1/2 mil taken off either side, which is nice. It means I can use a 2.5 drill bit to establish the holes for the tang, and then open them up with needle files to get a nice snug fit. There's no polishing. Oh, there's a little polishing on the carbide, but there's definitely no material moved. My file was sliding over it real nice. I mean, this is pretty quick. I'll probably take this up on a few more grits just to smooth it out before it's ready to heat treat that part. Yeah, first impressions. This has been super snug. There's been no movement in it. Once I got it clamped up, that didn't move at all. I've been able to clamp this in my bench vise in any orientation I need, pretty much. I've been holding it by the blade, I've been holding it by the clamp, I've been using the clamp as a stop. And to give me clearances when I've been at the grinder or been using my files, I've been able to move these left and right. You can see I've set it quite low in the clamp, and that's so that I can get it low to the platen on my grinder on this side and this side, because we like to get low, apparently. Yeah, not bad for now. That's the end of my working day. I didn't get the 3 knives done. I got 2 kind of done, not because of this thing, mostly because of my own terrible timekeeping skills, and I got carried away with the second one, but I'll show you that in a minute. The Derraco, however you want to say it, tungsten carbide file guide, however, did exactly what it said on the tin. It stayed true, it stayed clamped, it stayed out of the way. I didn't even have to think about it. At no point did I feel like it was inconvenient or a bother. And for £75 shipped on Amazon, I don't think you can get more bang for your buck for a tungsten carbide guide. You're looking at paying at least 2 or 3 times more anywhere else. I'll drop a link in the details below this video so you can check that out. I'm not affiliated with it in any way. I just think it's good, and I haven't seen any reviews for them anywhere else. So I thought, well, why not just get one and show you guys. It really helped me out putting the shoulders on these tangs. Here's my little stock removal Santoku that I'm making for myself. That's heat treated now. Skating at 60 Rockwell. Happy with that. And this is the one I got carried away with. I'm excited to finish this one. So I wanted to I took a lot longer forging this one out because I wanted to get it to shape as much as possible before putting it on the grinder, which ended up taking twice as long as I expected, but I was really happy with what I managed to forge out. I really like it. The reason I'm not using the Carbide file guide on the plunge lines on this one, you can see this is the line I'm expecting. I'm going to do this freehand. It's got a bit more of an elegant sweep to the bevel. Really excited to get this one done. I've got a really nice stabilized piece of maple burl from Fellside Blanks for this one. If you want to know what I've got planned for the handle on this one, because I think it's going to be a special one, if you've been following my Instagram, there's a portafilter handle on there somewhere in one of the posts that might give you a clue. If you think you know what that's going to be, let me know. Hi guys, I just thought I'd pop back to say thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and please don't expect me to be doing regular content on YouTube outside of my normal shorts. The only reason I did this is because I thought it was relevant and interesting, and that's my intention, to only upload things that are relevant and interesting, which I thought this was. So if you guys have got any questions about this, or if you've got anything that's relevant or interesting, just drop a comment below. I'll read them all and I will reply. Other than that, thanks for watching. And I don't know how to end this. How do you end these? How do you end these?